Sheep's milk. Yeah, sheep's milk. It's gonna be so much fun. Sheep. Mm-hmm. Can you milk sheep? Yup. Hello and welcome to Ewe and Me Creamery. My name is Delaney Drake, and today we will be making some sheep milk hot chocolate. It is now October here on our backyard dairy, which means that the leaves have changed their colors, the weather's getting a little bit colder, and our ewes have dried off. Now, if you're unfamiliar with dairy terms or dairy life, drying up just means that we are no longer milking and no longer getting fresh milk. This frozen milk was from our summer milking that we froze in order to use for our winter drought, I guess you can call it. If you're interested in learning how we both freeze and de-thaw our sheep's milk, go ahead and leave a comment below, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we will get that video to you ASAP. But for now, I'm going to be using some of my witchy magic to turn our frozen milk into thawed. For this recipe, you will need 4 cups of sheep's milk, half a cup of cocoa powder, half a cup of granulated sugar, a third of a cup of hot water. I usually heat this up in my teapot until it's steaming or boiling, an 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, it's about a pinch, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You add the cocoa powder and the sugar, then a third of a cup of hot water. Sprinkle in the salt and stir to combine. Make sure that when you do that the chocolate is nice and smooth. If there's any chunks, it either needs to be hotter or it just needs to be incorporated a little bit more. And now we add the milk. Now, just as a tip, try to pour in slowly. I usually try to pour next to or with the whisk. This helps the milk not burn or curdle. It just helps the milk come to temperature slower. If you pour the milk straight in, it has a chance of the milk cooking and overheating. Once you add the milk, the mixture becomes a lot cooler because the milk usually is from the fridge, so it cools down the mixture. Just keep it on the stove until it has come to kind of a temperature that you're happy with. And then you'll pull the hot chocolate mixture off the heat. You will pour in your vanilla extract, stir to incorporate. And then it is ready to serve. If you're not ready to serve it right away, I suggest putting it in a plastic container, or we use mason jars and stick it in the fridge. The chocolate will separate, it will sink to the bottom because this is homemade fresh hot chocolate. It's really easy to just take the mason jar, if that's what you're using, or some sort of cup with a lid, and shake it. The chocolate will incorporate back in with the shaking. It will also incorporate back in when you reheat it. Either way works great. If you are someone who likes more chocolate in their hot chocolate, I would suggest reducing a little bit of vanilla. I personally love the taste of vanilla, so this is perfect. If you like even more vanilla, you can add more, but this is a good one to try out, and then just adjust the vanilla as you like. Hot chocolate is one of the most easy recipes, and when you add the sheep's milk, it just adds a little bit of creaminess and sweetness. A lot of people ask what sheep's milk tastes like. A lot of people say like half and half for cow's milk, but for me, it's just creamy and sweet. It sort of feels like the dessert of all the milks. This is one of the recipes, especially during the holidays, that when I found out I couldn't do cow or goat's milk, just was really hard for me. It's really the holidays that a lot of people have those memories on food. when you find out that you have a lot of food sensitivities, a lot of those holiday treats, those holiday memories are lost a little bit. And so when I found out that I could do sheep's milk and I started integrating some of my family holiday treats back into our holiday, it has just made celebrating feel so much better. So I hope if you have a sensitivity to some of the milk that's around you, either cow or goat, I hope that you look around and see if there's any shepherdesses or shepherds that do milk their sheep and try a little bit of sheep's milk. It is one of the easiest milks to digest. So if you believe you're lactose intolerant or you just kind of wrote off dairy forever because it didn't sit well with you, I highly recommend checking out some sheep's milk because I was one of those people. I went without dairy for about 2 years, kind of heartbroken. And then when I found out I could do sheep's milk through cheese, I kind of figured it out through cheese. It just changed my world and it brought back some really fun holiday treats. So I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on our next sheep milk adventure.